thank you all for allowing me to share with you my love of the trumpet. I also have a love for poetry and, of course, for resilience. Hopefully, this will all make sense in these 500 seconds we're going to share together today. Let me start with this from another installment from Mr. Ryan Holiday from the Stoic Daily Readings. Quote, "But he saw also poetry as a metaphor for life, as the early Stoics did. And he said, riffing on Cleanthes, just as the voice of the trumpet rings out clearer and stronger for being forced through a narrow tube, so too a saying leaps forth much more vigorously when compressed into the rhythms of poetry." Unquote. What Cleanthes had actually said was that just as a trumpet focuses our breath into a brilliant sound, the fettering rules of poetry allows our words to reach people in a deep and moving way. But both lines are great enough to be worth quoting. We are made better for the constraints of life. They channel us. They direct our energy. They concentrate our forces. They force us to be creative. They bring out the poet in us. That is, if we choose to follow these rules, to respect the medium, to let the muses take over and to take their direction. The obstacle is the way. Unquote. Now, in that introduction, obviously my forcing of my breath and air through my trumpet may not be as clean and distinct as Mr. Ryan Holiday and the Stoic messenger Cleanthes had stated. But let me tell you this, my impatience is the way to my patience with my trumpet. I've had 10 years of study on the trumpet. About 8.5 of that self-study has been all absolutely wrong. All those years I've been blowing air and breathing air improperly for most of those years. When I first started trying to play the trumpet, right away, I'm trying to play like Miles and Chet and Woody with no experience and no rhythmic experience or talent. And I also entered into that endeavor with no properly prepared approach or how to attack each note. Just recently, really a month ago, I had a reset by another tremendous musician and teacher who had to have me unlearn and relearn how to breathe, how to enunciate each note, how to crawl first before trying to fly or soar with the trumpet. Good thing I still have some capacity to listen to the masters and gods of life and music. Not only does this new lesson align my love and intention and practice and budding patience in this thing called jazz trumpet, it also applies to me and this life I still need to fully appreciate. And I need to appreciate this life with its pace and not with my impatience. To learn and know and appreciate the value, the essential value of how to freaking breathe, where my tongue and breath and timing should go, or best yet, how to align with the melody of life, with the tunes that I play, with the improvisation that follows the form of that tune. And then at the same time, the formlessness of that tune and of that moment. It sounds very simple. And those of you who have musical talent or poetic talent or can rap like Wu-Tang or can sing like Ella or Billie Holiday or can play basketball like Air Jordan. Of course, that seems like simple to us observing that. Like, wow, how do they do that? And of course, for me, I'm hoping to do that in the realm of Dizzy Gillespie, Chet Baker, Woody Shaw. But from step one, that is and was and returns to me as quite ambitious, meaning I haven't put the time in yet. I haven't worked on the basic fundamentals of, yes, timing, counting, breathing, enunciating each note in the trumpet. And more importantly, just in these episodes where I'm recording these for you to digest, and hopefully you're able to discern what I'm saying from my sometimes cluttered way of speaking. Not intentional, but this is what I got. But even under that construct, I'm working on enunciating the words I'm trying to present to you under this thing called resilience. So very similarly, how I'm learning to play trumpet, really, although it's been a while now, man, it's been almost 20 years since the stroke I had that took away my ability to speak clearly. I'm still, I know it sounds terrible, but still slowly relearning that part of life, how to freaking talk, how to relate something that could be complex, making it simple, but either way, it needs to be understandable. So, I'm probably going astray or downstream too much on my love for the trumpet and my concern with my developing ability to speak clearly in words and speak clearly in my trumpet. However, this formlessness that I mentioned a few moments ago is still evolving. Every moment, every day is a new reset for us to apply not what we learned, what we're learning right now, what we are aware of right now, of the moment, of this moment, not the last or the next. So, as a closing out of this discussion today, here's my rendition of my slow study and my maybe brevet and novice approach to play something called giant steps, but in a very slow fashion. Let's give it a listen. So I'm not sure if that rendition that I'm offering to you today would meet the approval of Mr. Coltrane or Mr. Bugnon. I'm not sure they would approve that, but yeah, I had love of trumpet, and now I'm growing into love of patience emerging from me today to even attempt to share that with you today. Thank you for your patience with me. Stay present. Stay current. No matter where you are in this world, please remember, it is always 820.